What's up, Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com fans? We're here at AEW All Out Fan Fest 2022, and I'm here again with Magic Olmos. We did an amazing walkthrough before, and now we're going to be doing an even more amazing Q&A. Magic is going to be the lone person answering questions today, but Magic, I think you should be able to handle it, right? What do you think?
I'm running solo today. Hope I have a job after this. It'll be really good.
Let's do it. See, this is going to be a good one. We're going to jump right into it and ask a real serious one right away. Is it possible to see more non-AEW wrestlers in the Luminaries collection? So we've seen Owen Hart now. He's a non-AEW wrestler. Is it possible to see others?
Absolutely possible. That's something I would actually love to see. I think it's definitely possible. Jeremy, Greg, if you guys are listening, start signing more people.
Quality. Wow, what a great answer. Guy's off to a great start. All you got to do is get him all by himself and push everybody else away.
You guys want to know the secrets for the next 10 years of the Waves? I got them. I'll go back. I don't care. Greg's not here. He can't stop me anymore.
I'm not going to hold you to it right now just so I don't lose my job, but, you know, that'll protect us both, you know? That's all. So thinking about Owen Hart, we've seen some pretty classic attires, but not necessarily the attires that he's fully known for many people. Do you have any rights to any of those attires at this point? And if not his most famous ones, what else do you have in mind for future attires?
You know, we probably don't have rights to his most famous ones, like pink and black, but there's probably definitely instances of him wearing it. If we look hard enough, we'll probably find it. But I think I'm looking forward to more so like his early stuff, his stuff that's more unique. It's not necessarily that, but it's still a singlet, it's still cool jackets, it's still really cool Canada and America looking flags and headbands, and like really awesome Owen stuff. And that's what I'm really looking forward to do. Stuff that actually never probably happened before. Because we've seen purple, pink, and black attack before. Sure. We've never seen young, like fresh out of high school, brooding Stampede Owen Hart. That's what I'm really looking forward to do.
Yeah, definitely. The really cool thing about that also is like, that's unique to the personality that he ended up becoming, right? You know, to see all these distinct looks and styles. These are versions of Owen that are just as much a part of him as, you know, maybe something like Pick and Black.
Absolutely. He's a legend.
So for the next question, there's a lot of variety in the Supreme line, right? Could we see things like fixed joint interchangeable features in the future? Or also, for example, like maybe a opposed hand, something like opposed arm, we'll say, something really specific like that. Possibly different and new torso modes and functionality. I know you did debut some pinless joints this time around, so anything else in the docket there?
There's absolutely always going to be new bodies, the new torso modes. We're using new ones all the time. Again, like you said, pinless. It's super articulated. Articulation fully functions. It's always working. Really good range of motion. These figures are so good. I think the original question was about posed hands and posed arms.
Yeah.
The posed arm is something I've never thought about doing, a posed arm that's just static. That's kind of interesting. Something neat about that. Posed hands, absolutely. We'll do a lot of posed hands. We've done it before in Unmatched and Unrivaled. We'll definitely continue to do that in Supreme. But yeah, definitely.
Some good ideas out there, right? Why not? Good suggestion.
He's got good ideas.
Thinking about the figures that are released on a regular basis, some of them, there's some plastic around the figures when they're packaged, right? So whether it's like, I've seen some in the torsos, some when there's like soft goods included. I think some people have seen this stopping. Is this going to be something that doesn't happen from now on?
No, absolutely. We're definitely going to get back to the plastics there. That should not be happening. It's not something we want to happen either. So when we see it happening, it's very unfortunate. And so we're definitely going to prove that and fix that and get on it.
Cool. So you heard it here first. Like, the plastic should still be in there protecting the integrity of the figure when it ships.
The figure is going to be great. We should always have a great figure. So it's definitely don't want to have stuff like that happen and don't like hearing it. So we definitely want to fix it.
Definitely. Cool. How's the possibility of a Ring of Honor line coming along?
It's coming along. I mean, we've seen huge progress already. We have a Ring of Honor CM Punk announced, and it's huge. Like, that's literally an official Ring of Honor one. So
that one's in, let me ask you this and kind of offshoot from this a little bit. That one's in the Luminaries collection, right? Is it possible that any of the packaging will be Ring of Honor inspired in that case?
It's possible. We never know. Got to see what those crazy guys are up to. Steve Dijak and Chris Metzger, wherever they are. Good job.
Cool. So one name that people are kind of clamoring for, this is like a veteran name, and you know, we're a few waves deep at this point. We've seen a lot of great names. Christopher Daniels is somebody that's been in AEW from the very start, right? He hasn't been produced yet. Is he in your plans in the future? We didn't see him revealed today, but could he be on the way?
He's not revealed today. We didn't have him planned today. He's definitely a possibility. We can't say for certain. I love Christopher Daniels. I loved his previous work. Curry, man, he's amazing. I love Christopher Daniels. He's like, I've tried to get him in line for a long time now. So I'm doing my best. That's all I'll say.
Working on it, right?
I can only do so much.
You're only one man, Magic. So with competition across different six-inch figure lines implementing new and additional articulation, we just talked about this a little bit with the Supreme figures, but what about on the main line? Do you have plans to compete with this, like the pinless joints and the enhancements that other companies are making?
I can't say specific, but I'll say like we are always trying to enhance, and the fact that we're making some strides with Supreme definitely shows how good we can make the unrivaled. So always trying to progress, always trying to make the most cutting-edge figure, and trying to make something unique and beautiful, and like that's just, like I said, cutting edge. We want to do progressive. We don't want to just keep doing the same thing. We want to make sure these keep getting better and better. Like figures that toy companies, like they make figures for over and over, like they get better. We don't want to see them stagnate or get worse. So yeah, absolutely.
Super forward thinking, and that's what we like to see, right? Because variety is good in characters and attires and things like that, but like you said, if you're stagnant with kind of playability and posability, it's not necessarily as fun.
And it's like not as glamorous, like the engineering part of it, or like trying to get articulation to move or make sure things like that work well. But like that's crucial. Like if it doesn't function, it's not a toy, you know. Yeah. So we have to make sure these things are like working and functional, and like that they have great engineering and forward thinking, like you're saying, and that they're like future proofed in a way.
Yeah,
that you have them on your shelf, and they're not dated.
Yeah, totally cool, man. So. There's some women on the roster who've kind of been left out so far. We're definitely seeing them come into the line. Like you guys, I will say to everybody out there, you take women's wrestling figures really seriously. Yeah. You with the Ringside Thunder Rosa exclusive, Britt Baker, right? She's had like essentially like A-level talent figure releases at this point, and even we've seen like Red Velvet's on the way. All kinds of other names. Chris Statlander has made it into the line. There's a few other names out there, like a Paige Van Sant, Sky Blue, and a Kira Hogan. What do you think? Are they slated for future lineups?
Absolutely. These are people I would love to get into the line. I can't say they're slated for sure right now, or if they're not, if they are, can't confirm or deny. Mm-hmm. But these are people. Our women's division is so strong. We have such a great women's division. Like we've been able to get one female figure into every wave so far, and I think it's going to increase. It might not just be one. It might be two or three. Who knows? Like the female roster is so strong, and I think we make really great female figures. We again, like our torsos and our bodies are all unique to them. It's not reused. It's not just one generic figure mold. It's like unique to the people, and it's really like authentic to them. So I hope that shows through and the fans appreciate like that we do put authenticity and attention to detail that it's not otherwise seen.
One thing about what we saw today in some of the reveals, you've seen some of those waves had 7 names in the lineup. I think did one of them even have 8? So with more slots in each wave, you should definitely be seeing for sure more different names, but definitely more women's figures, right?
Absolutely. Not even just more women's figures, deeper cuts into the roster. People that maybe not have gotten figures for a long time down the road, we're getting them in now. Like people that are really important, like may not have the mass appeal some other figures might have, but are still amazing and still like part of AEW and part of the story and building this world. So we want to get them in there, and that's why we're extending it. And you saw how we said 7 and 8, so it's just plan to keep growing.
Very cool, man. And I'll wrap it up with a little bit of a controversial question, but I think you can handle it.
Get me fired, Tom.
I won't, man. I won't.
Like
I would never
job.
do that. Look, if you're fired, I'm out too. I'm leaving. If Magic goes, I go. We all go. It'll be anarchy. So there's chase figures and there's rare figures, right? These are implemented into the line. There's sometimes really popular and really wanted attires, which I think, to me, is a good thing. The trouble, some folks are having a hard time finding them. Like I know at Ringside Collectibles, we send them out randomly in shipments. That's part of our deal and our partnership with Jazwares, which I think is a great thing because you have just as much of a chance of anybody else ordering from Ringside. Otherwise, you're kind of stuck looking for them in stores or paying secondary market prices, which can be really high and like kind of unfair. What do you think about this, and is it possible that in the future we could see those types of figures distributed a little more evenly, that people can get a hold of them a little bit more often, anything like that?
I'm not sure about how we can get it more easily. I do know that we're adding more and more, and that we're remaking people, and like when we do a chase or a rare, like it is a one-off most of the time, but it's not the last time you ever see that figure again most cases. And like there is a balance, like you're saying, like it can't be super good where people want it so bad and they can't get it, and it can't be awful, where they don't want it and don't care. It has to be somewhere in the middle. So it's like a delicate balance, and I think we kind of try to hit that mark, and we've seen it. But it's part of Jeremy's plan, and I trust Jeremy. He's such a brilliant person to do these Chase exclusives that I don't even question it. He knows so much more. He's been doing this for 20 years. Yeah. It's like it has its ups and downs, but ultimately I think it has a positive. Yeah.
For sure, man. I think it's a positive thing at the end of the day to get multiple tires in, and you know, if you're going to be a collector, collect. That's totally cool, and yeah, it can be difficult or even like disappointing for some folks, but just try your best and keep your eye out for them and order from Ringside. You never know what could happen.
And this is why it's fun. Like, it's fun to like try to do. I don't know. It's disappointing to not get stuff, but it's also just fun to try the looks. I have so much fun looking through stores, looking for stuff I'm looking. Hunting is fun for me.
Hence the word chase, right? Yeah. You're kind of chasing after it. That's what it's for. You know, Magic. A lot of fun talking to you. I don't think you're gonna get fired. And again, if you do, I'm leaving too. So, you know, no worries there. But thanks so much for talking to us, man. You're a great representative of the Jazwares team. You do awesome work on everything here. Can't wait for this Bryan Danielson. I might just be like, yoink, before I go. I'd never do that.
Don't do that.
No, never, man. And it's been great to see you, man. Awesome, and I hope you enjoy All Out. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Ringside.
Tom,
hey.
Thank you so much, Tom.
You got it, man. Thanks for talking to us. Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more AEW All Out content and future unboxings, future figure videos, all the good stuff. AEW Jazwares is at WrestlingFigures.com.